But yeah, John started off with that realness, man. And then it said on the screen, 1 in every 21 black men will be murdered in their lifetime. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That was in 1991.
That was in 91, yo. 91. Ooh. Crazy. So I like that buildup was there, and then he gave you the game right after that buildup. You know, it's kind of like, all right, this happens, but I'm giving you the statistics now.
The final result is going to be this.
Of this, yeah.
Like we can play this emotional game all you want to, but this is what's going to happen. In the end. So, like you said, it was it said every 21 black men will be murdered in their lifetime. Then it said most will die at the hands of another black male. I was like, damn. Yeah. And that brought me back to my son.
Right.
Killed by another black man 14. Yeah. So it's just like, this is the bullshit about America. They make everything about race. So they make black people afraid of white people. But that's not who killing us.
No.
You want to keep it real.
Keep it a buck.
800 murders in Chicago, and ain't no white person running around killing black people in Chicago. That's not existing. It's not even like that in Oakland or nowhere else. It's us killing us. So it's like that hatred within. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The hate that hate produced.
Yeah.
That type of situation.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
The hate that hate produced. You look in the mirror, you hate what you see. Mm-hmm. So you definitely gonna see hate in the next black person. Yep. You don't even like yourself.
You don't even love yourself, yo. Real spit.
You don't even love yourself. Yeah. So, and then it shows a close-up of a stop sign saying stop. Mm-hmm. And I just took that as a symbol of him telling people,
stop the violence.
Stop this bullshit.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
At one point in time, LA had 400 or 500 murders.
Oh, my goodness, man.
It's just like, come on, y'all, this is ridiculous.
Hey, man, my pop's almost, he's from Tennessee.
Okay.
Nashville. He almost went to LA. And I always wondered, man, what my life would have been like if he decided to live out there, up that way instead of this way. And I was like, I'm so glad you decided to move to the town, yo, because all that mess going on down there, man, I don't know if I would have made it.
I know. It's a lot.
I got caught up here, so I know I would have got caught up down there.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So.
I remember, like my son was murdered at the age of 14, and I remember me at 14 was the first time somebody pulled a gun on me. Mm-hmm. So this shit happens to everybody.
Right, right.
At any given time, especially in the town back then, it can happen to you at any given time.
Crazy you said that age, man, because at that 14. Age, I didn't get a gun pulled on me, but I started walking in the streets and my homies was carrying guns. And I remember one time walking in a crack house and as soon as I walked in there, a crackhead walked in and my homie he pulls out the gauge and then points it at the crackhead. I was so confused walking there. I'm like, right. You about to kill this motherfucker?
Right. Going on?
Yeah, he was just really trying to scare him and say,
just playing with him?
Yeah. Okay. But I was just like, goodness, man, I grew up with this cat, and this is the life you living now. Yeah. Like this is what you do.
Yeah,
yeah, man. So it's crazy.
You know what? Here's the thing and I try to tell people all the time, like. Me and you from the same place.
Yeah.
Literally went to the same schools.
Yep, literally same school.
So we know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
And it trips people out when we out, Stone Soul concert and stuff like that. And I see the OGs that were a little bit older than us. We were in high school and stuff. Right. And they give me love and give me hugs.
Right.
And other people be looking like, you cool with dude? Like, woo. What they don't understand is like, me and that particular person wasn't never on no street shit. We was always friends. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we never had no beef like that.
Yeah.
So when they see them beefing with other people, that's because they decided to take that street shit with this person.
Right.
I kept it friendship. So it's always love when I see
love.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it trips people out because they know that dude did knock some shit down in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's Chris, like, my homie, it's different.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, like, when you show love, you get it back.
Most deaf.
Years later, 30 years later, you get the same. You get the same emotion back.
Yeah.
But if you in that street shit, you're gonna get that back too.
Get that back. Yeah. You're gonna get that back.
You definitely gonna get that back.
He might not pop you, but he gonna, he ain't gonna fuck with you. He gonna look at you. He ain't gonna be like, I ain't fucking with that nigga over there.
Yeah. It's gonna be a different vibe. So now it goes on the screen. It shows South Central Los Angeles, 1984. So that's where we at in the beginning of the movie. And the kids were The kids were walking up the street and they seen a poster of a shot up Ronald Reagan, and it just goes to show you how black people felt about Reagan back then. You know, Reaganomics and all that other stuff. And I remember my dad really fucking talking shit about Ronald Reagan every day in '84. He hated Ronald Reagan. But me being a kid, I didn't understand why.
What was going on.
Now I understand why.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now I truly understand some of the shit Reagan was doing.
Oh yeah.
You know, to further oppress black people. I understand that stuff. But back then, I didn't understand why my dad was always so mad whenever he seen that man on the screen.
Right.
Whenever he see him on news, he was pissed.
Yeah.
He was pissed.
No, that's funny that, you know, this movie is different from 20 years age and then being old now watching it.
It hit different.
Yeah, so it hit a little different. So yeah, the Reagan thing was definitely like, yeah, I see why they had bullet holes in
that. You see why? It's just like it as an adult, you know, you start paying taxes, taking care of kids and families and mortgages and shit. And these motherfuckers are playing games of Capitol Hill, they ain't helping you out and shit. And you supposed to be the middle class and you don't even feel like the middle class no more.
No. Ain't
you see why people get pissed.
Exactly. So I got it then, man. I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's about right.
That's about right.
That's about right.
That's about right. I have to address the elephant in the room in this movie, though.
Okay.
The kid Trey Styles, the little kid, he looked nothing like the older Styles.
Yeah, man.
I understand it was hard to get black kids casted back then, but that little boy didn't look nothing like Cuba Gooding Jr. looked at 17 and 18.
That was probably like one of the first movies I probably was like, oh man, they did a bad job. But I still know where they was trying to go.
You know where they trying to go.
Yeah, but when you first saw Cuba Gooding as a
adult,
older.
A teen. He was like 17.
Oh, yeah. You was like, what? That was Trey?
He went from dark skin to light skin.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Okay.
He literally went from dark skin to light skin. I was like, wow. But I'm assuming that it was especially in 91. It was, it's probably hard casting kids in general. But little black kids was probably that's the biggest headache ever.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Come on, man.
So John was probably like, as long as he can do the lines, throw him in
I seen that kid in so many movies back then, so I'm pretty sure he was the favorite.